$61,000. Just let that massive number sink in for a second, right? That is the absolute jaw-dropping monthly revenue generated by a completely faceless YouTube channel called Zen. And honestly, here's the kicker. They hit that number after just one single month of existence, having uploaded only 12 videos. Seriously, 12 videos. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack exactly how that is even possible, and more importantly, how those same staggering results are being recreated right now using automation. Okay, let's dive into this. Because when we actually look under the hood of this channel, the growth is just explosive. 1 month old, 12 videos, 14 million total views. At first glance, you might think, oh, they must be producing cinematic masterpieces to pull those kinds of numbers, right? But the reality? Their videos consist of incredibly simple, hand-drawn, MS Paint-style images. That's literally it. I mean, it's not high art, but it is highly effective. So let's figure out how this seemingly basic formula is yielding such massive returns. Now, the sheer success of the Zen channel really begs a massive question. Can artificial intelligence replicate this entire production process? And can it do it in under 20 minutes? Well, the answer, as we'll see from our source material today, is a resounding yes. In this explainer, we're going to break down the exact AI automation workflow used to reverse engineer these exact results in record time. We are talking about turning hours of agonizing work into just a matter of minutes. So consider this your personal masterclass in modern digital leverage. We are going to map out the entire blueprint for automating a $61,000 a month YouTube channel. And look, I know this sounds like a highly technical workflow, but I promise you, by the end of this explainer, it's going to feel incredibly accessible. We're going step by step from the raw script all the way to the final edit. Section 1, the $61,000 YouTube secret.
You know, before you can automate literally anything, you have to understand why it works in the first place. And the secret behind this $61,000 proof of concept is actually beautifully simple. The channel's secret weapon isn't the quality of the drawings at all. It's the sheer volume and pacing of them. The visual stimuli changes rapidly, almost every 2 to 3 seconds. This constant visual turnover is what hooks the viewer's brain and holds their attention hostage. You just aren't giving the audience time to get bored. By rapidly cycling through these crude drawings, retention rates absolutely skyrocket, and the algorithm just pushes the video to millions.
Section 2, building your AI arsenal. So now that we know the why, let's talk about the how. And please don't let the word automation intimidate you here. Your tech stack, your secret weapons really, consists of just 3 core components. First, you need Cloud Code Desktop installed on your computer. Second, you'll need an account with an image generation tool called Hixfield. And third, you're going to use a few basic text commands in your computer's terminal to link them together. By literally copy-pasting these commands, you are effectively handing Claude the keys to its own art studio to build assets for you completely on autopilot.
Section 3, scripts, voices, and timestamps.
Okay, before our automation engine can really roar to life, we have to feed it some raw materials, namely the script and the voiceover. But listen, here is a crucial warning. The old way of doing things was to just use an AI voice generator like 11 Labs. However, doing that right now carries a massive demonetization risk because YouTube is really cracking down on fully AI-voiced channels. The new, safe way to ensure you actually get paid is to use a real human voice. You can record it yourself into a microphone, or if you'd rather not, just hire a real human on a platform like Fiverr. Once you have that real human voiceover recorded, you need timestamps. To get these, you simply upload your audio to a great free tool called TurboScribe. They actually give you 3 free generations every single day. TurboScribe is going to transcribe your audio and give you exact markers indicating precisely when specific words are spoken in the audio file. These tiny pieces of data, they are the absolute linchpin of this entire operation. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the script aligns perfectly with these timecodes. Check this out. At exactly 0 seconds, our first image starts. At 7 seconds, the next image starts. Then 15 seconds, then 23 seconds. This highly structured data acts as the absolute foundation for the automation. We aren't just vaguely telling the AI to make some pictures. We are telling it exactly when those specific pictures need to appear. Section 4, the master automation prompts. So, how do we bridge that timestamped script with our AI image generation? This is the big aha moment. We do it through what we call the master automation prompt. You literally just type this into Claude. You are going to generate images for a YouTube script. 1 image for every timestamp in the script. This precise instruction tells Huxfield and Claude to read those exact markers 0 seconds, 7 seconds, 15 seconds, and generate a distinct, unique image for every single one of those moments. If your script has 100 timestamps, Claude is going to generate 100 unique images batch by batch, totally hands-free. But remember, we need a very specific visual style to hold that attention. So the prompt continues with this strict requirement. The image must look like extremely simple beginner drawing made in MS Paint. It should look like someone who is not good at drawing created it quickly by hand. So hey, if your stick figures usually look terrible, you're actually at a huge advantage here. Keeping the visuals deliberately crude perfectly mimics that wildly successful Zen channel format. No fancy 3D, no cinematic lighting, just pure, simple, super fast-paced drawings. Section 5. Editing in record time. Traditionally, matching 100 different images perfectly to audio would mean hours of agonizing timeline editing. But here's the genius assembly line at work that turns that nightmare into a quick 10-minute task. Step 1. Claude generates the images in Huxfield. Step 2. You ask Claude to download all those images locally right to a folder on your computer. But Step 3 is the real magic trick. You instruct Claude to rename every single file to match its exact timecode. So the image meant for the 7-second mark isn't named drawing of a tree. It's literally named 0.07s.
And this brilliantly illustrates the true power of this system. Think about it. When you open your editing software, you don't even need to listen to the audio to sync it. You literally just look at the file name, see 0.00s, and drag it to 0 seconds. You grab the next file named 0.07s and drag it so it starts at exactly 7 seconds and ends at 15 seconds. You are just matching the numbers on the files to the numbers on your timeline. It is completely 100% effortless.
So there you have it. The AI has handled the heavy lifting of creation. You've just built a massive, high-retention edit in 20 minutes flat. But as incredible as this AI leverage is, it leaves us with one final, very provocative question. AI can build the machine for you, but can you beat the algorithm? Because if your channel is stuck at 0 views or you feel like you've been shadow banned, the greatest automation in the world isn't going to save you if you don't understand how YouTube actually serves content to real viewers. Mastering the workflow, that's step 1. Conquering the algorithm, well, that's step 2. And that is exactly what you need to figure out next.